everyone, Jeff Belknap here. We're out here in Taft, California for round 2 of the NGPC series. You probably went back and looked at our first round at Delano, California. We ran this bike virtually all stock, and we purposely did that because we wanted to see how this bike was going to react. And honestly, the bike did really well. It is a known fact that these bikes do need a lot of attention in the suspension department. And sent our suspension out to AHM Factory Services, and they kind of dialed us in. So we're really stoked to see how this thing reacts this weekend out here. Pretty excited with all those changes on it. I think it's going to make a huge change for this bike. Other than that, we're still on a stock bike minus the Yoshirima system from the RM Army package. So like I said, we felt that after Delano, the round 1 of doing it, we felt that the suspension was a little stiff, a little harsh. So that's why we went ahead and enlisted AHM to help us out in that department. The bike, once again, has such a great lean angle to this bike. It handles so well. So we're really excited to see those changes towards that. If you missed anything, you can go back to episode 1 on our website. It has all the facts, everything that we've kind of done so far. And like I said, very interested in seeing how this bike handles this weekend and looking forward to it. Hey everyone, we're back here, wrapped up the weekend at Taft on our RM-250, and the changes that AHM did to our suspension, man, what a world of difference. This bike is like a whole different bike. We knew the potential this bike had, and with doing the suspension changes that they did to it, really made this bike come alive. So really stoked on that, and we thank them tremendously for their help. So for what AHM did for us to kind of help solve the chassis and harshness that we were feeling, they actually ended up leaving the springs alone. They went in and did a lot of valving, and that's what's really helped everything. We really, honestly, we ran it with what it had. We probably could have played with a couple of clickers, but it was so close to perfection for us, amazingly, right out of the box. So that worked out really well. They actually did drop the rear shock 2 millimeters, and we ran the sag at 104. And like I said, the handling of this bike and just all the twitchiness, the little quirks this bike had, they solved it all with just doing the valving on the suspension. So really, honestly, out of everything, like I said, the little changes that we did, this bike is very competitive for any of you novice, vet riders. We raced Saturday, we raced the Vet 30A class. We ended up 3rd on that one. On Sunday, we went and did the 40 plus expert A class. We ended up 5th in that one. So it shows the potential of this bike and what it can really do. And like I said, a minimal change of suspension changed this bike drastically. So we were really impressed with that and really happy with our results on that. And I think anybody that is looking for one of these bikes at that level, you won't be disappointed. It really is a great bike for the economical cost of this bike, and just putting some suspension on. You're still coming up under from what a lot of MSRPs are on other bikes. So that works really good. As far as AHM goes, we've used them in the past, have great results with them. This is the KYB version on the 250, where the 450, you get a Showa suspension setup. I believe, talking to them though, that you can actually unbolt the suspension and put it on a 450 as well. Super easy to do. And we also did keep the valving a little stiffer because we knew in the long run we will be putting a larger tank on, so a little extra weight there. But other than that, I mean, it's a great bike. And like I said, I've ridden KYB and Showa, and it's just amazing what a little valving would do with this KYB. It's good suspension, and it just needed somebody to go in there and fine tune it, and what they did, and it shows. From here, we got a couple more things we want to build on for this off-road project. We're going to work on a little gearing. We feel like we're kind of just a little low for the courses that we do race out here. And we're also going to look into a larger tank, just because of, once again, fuel consumption for the amount of time that we're out there. We're cutting it dry, cutting it close, excuse me. So a couple little things we're going to look at from there, but overall, man, what a world of difference. Huge changes that this thing did to this bike, and really the bike cornered well. All the little twitchiness that we had and the chassis firmness that we felt, harshness, all that has really gone away, and they solved all that for us. So once again, very happy and thank them tremendously. Thanks to Suzuki for letting us do this project. Look forward to you guys and seeing the episode 3 coming up. Thank you.
If you liked what you saw in this video, come check us out over at dirtbiketest.com on the webs. We have bike tests, product tests, a lot of fresh dirt, and you can even support us by clicking through our links. Hopefully we'll see you out in the trail.